Hey, how you doing? It's Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator here on YouTube, and I want to thank you for joining me for today's episode of the Life Regenerator Show. I don't know where that came from, but it sounds really cool when I said it one time, and I decided to just keep it. Anyways, I'm on the last day of a retreat here in Hawaii, and I'm headed to LA tonight on the red eye, which is usually not my MO, but I'm going to try it out and see how this goes. You know how it is impossible to sleep on an airplane. At least for me anyway, 6'2". Anyways, I'm going to be in LA for about a week. And I've got 3 different meet and greets. Okay, and I'm going to be with Steve Factor. We're going to do a couple little duets there. So I wanted to tell you about those for the LA family here. And to let you know, it's tomorrow, actually Tuesday, November 5th at 6 p.m. I will be at Whole Foods in LA on 3rd and Fairfax. So that's November 5th, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Whole Foods, 3rd and Fairfax. That's actually a Steve Factor talk, but he's going to give me a few minutes to speak. And then if you want to come out and you're in that neighborhood, come out, shake my hand, get a hug, tell me how it is. That'd be really great. And then the next night on Wednesday at 6 p.m. again at Whole Foods in Oxnard. So November 6th on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Whole Foods, Oxnard, same thing. Steve Factor's going to be doing the main talk. And then I'm just going to do a little, 20-minute thing or something like that. Is all it's going to take to convince you of the power and the efficacy of raw living foods and life transformation on every level. It's just that I get particularly excited, and that's my destiny, is to be with the raw foods. But there's so many other things we could go over in such a brief amount of time to where you can really transform your life and evolve at a breakneck speed. Now, is the process always comfortable and easy? Not necessarily. It depends on how much pain and trauma is buried within you, but anybody can excavate the true self, and that's my mission in life, is to do that for myself and then to teach anybody who cares to listen and learn about that kind of thing as we courageously move forward in our process of evolution to the highest levels that we can possibly achieve. And so anyways, after that, here's one that I think that the Life Regenerator viewers might dig. Is actually a talk on the 9th. And it's an official Dan McDonald Life Regenerator Eating for Enlightenment talk. And that is going to be on the 9th. So November 9th, that's a Saturday at 9 a.m. So for you early birds, that's at Sun Cafe in Studio City. So November 9th at 9 a.m., Sun Cafe, Studio City. Life Regenerator, I will be talking about eating for enlightenment, the inward journey, and that is actually going to be $33 to join us for that one because of the owners of Sun Cafe. And Steve Factor put all this together, so you go over to pureenergyfactor.com to make your donation there and to secure your spot, because that one's going to sell out because there's only 35 spots. So you better get on it now if you want to get in and hear this talk. And included is an entree over there at the Sun Cafe. So we're going to have some fun over there. I'm going to blast it out. I love talking about raw foods, health, healing, regeneration, and evolution. And so I look forward to meeting anybody and everyone. Oh yeah, and Ironclad Ben, you said you would take me to Olak. And I want to make sure that somebody out there, make sure Ironclad Ben sees this. And I hope that includes Sophia. If not, no big deal. Anyways, I'm going to make you honor your commitment to take us out to Olak, just for fun, bro, because I want to meet you and get to know you better. So get a hold of me down below on the video or Facebook, and we'll make some arrangements to meet up for dinner at Olak in Orange County, probably like the 7th or the 8th, when I don't have any talks or anything like that. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so somebody make sure Ironclad Ben sees this. Go over to his channel and say, hey, DTM mentioned you, man. You said you're going to take him out to dinner, but remember, Olak, you know, Lou and I, we would crush anywhere between $80 and $100 worth of food in one night. So you better watch out. So anyways, I wanted to just touch base real quick, make a short video here. I had a great time here at this retreat with the Brahs, JP, and Benjamin, you know, and DTM, of course. It's quite an eclectic group, a lot of different types of vibes, but the thing is that I've learned, which I've already known, is that people are people, and everyone's doing the best they can, and everyone has gifts, and, you know, everybody's lovable, and the whole diet thing is just, you know, it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm going to talk about raw foods, I'm going to eat raw foods, I'm going to inspire a lot of people here to eat more raw foods, I'm going to inspire people out there, but I'm not going to judge anyone for how they eat. And I just wanted to say that I think the Brahs are incredible guys. You know, they celebrate who they are. You know, they're fun, they're easygoing, and they're just like the rest of us. You know, they've got stuff they're working on too, you know. And so this was a great opportunity to connect with them. And I actually had a chance, because, you know, I've known them for years and we've been friends. But over the years I've had a little bit of a shield on my heart. And I'm just learning how to open up and bond with people. And that's one of the main reasons. We talked about that in the Radical Honesty Workshop. They just wanted to get to know me better, you know. And once I heard that, I was like, oh, you know, it was like a compliment. I felt honored, and I opened my heart, and I've been hanging out with Nathaniel and, you know, T Mango and Danimal, and just trying to, you know, take a few minutes, get to know them, see their strengths, see their weaknesses, you know, connecting with people. Some people here I connected with more than others. I think 5 days is a little bit short. I'm probably going to shoot for like 7 and 10 day type retreats. I'm shooting to do one here in this place. I sort of turned this into my own raw food retreat. I went around and I collected $10 from everyone per night, per meal. Now, of course, that didn't really cover it because food here on Kauai is very expensive. So I was just said, I'm going to hook it up with my own, you know, abundance. It really should be more like $20 a night per person. It'd be like 10 or 15 in California because food is a lot cheaper. Here it's real expensive. I mean, amazingly expensive. Like $9 for a 5-pound bag of organic carrots and that type of thing. But we just did it. We hooked it up. We had the salads, the greens, and I turned it into a raw food retreat because that's just what I felt like I needed to do. And so everybody needs to really, you know, let their light shine and step up to the plate and bring your gifts to the table. Do it and try to do it in a tasteful way, respectful. Communicate, hey, do you guys mind if I ask everyone for $10 and make some raw foods? Because everybody really wants to eat some of this great food. I'm sitting here by myself, and me and Sophia, we got our raw food stash, but we don't have enough for everybody. There's a lot of fruit around here, so I just hooked it up, and we made it happen. And every night, we had wraps, then we had tacos, and then last night we just had the all-you-can-eat salad bar, and it was amazing and epic, and everyone was like, this is awesome, and I got to be creative and get everyone stoked on raw foods. And some people that didn't really know were like, wow, I feel so full and yet light with the raw foods. And showing them that, oh, it's not just carrot sticks and lettuce. It's like you can make nut pates and have a great time. So I really respect the Brahs' work. They helped me. You know, their work really helped me to open up, which is the radical honesty. And so I'm going to give them big kudos and a big up. JP and his work was incredible. We want to work with him in the future at our retreats, whether we do weight loss retreats, raw food retreats, spiritual retreats, and each one will have a different emphasis. And Sophia's going to help me. She'll facilitate some workshops. We might get a couple other people in here. But for me, it's going to be definitely my biggest passion in this world is how people can use raw foods to lose weight or energize or cleanse out, because the emotional stagnation is, you know, tied up within some of the debris within the body, the excess fat or the mucus in the lymphatic system, or just the cells in general, or hardened tissues, sclerotic and indurated tissues, which have memories in them. And that's why the water fasting is so good for people like, in my example, that were so hurt in our lives. And there's many of you that are like this. They were so hurt, and so it was so painful that you had to bury it very deep. And in order, some of us, like an example would be this, like the Brahs. They have really smart parents, good parents. They have great genetics, and so they have a different situation than me. Someone like me, oh, this Dan guy's a mess, and it's like, well, yeah, I am kind of the guy I'm the underdog. You know, I'm the miracle boy. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm trying to open the door to other people who have been hurt. I mean, people get like repeatedly raped by family members. That's hardcore business. You're not just going to go have one psychiatric session and heal that. You know, so it's going to be like, you're going to bring in the raw foods, you're going to bring in the fasting, you're going to bring in the emotional release work, the breath work, you're going to bring in the massage, you're going to bring in the radical honesty, you're going to bring in the communication, finding someone to help you, and you're going to go on this process because you're going to create a declaration and an intention. I am going to heal. I'm going to learn to open my heart and bond with people. I'm going to learn to communicate. I'm going to get rid of this reactionary patterns where every little slight, like I'm so sensitive, it's like every little slight, I get all bent out of shape, and it's like I want to be a real man and be solid as a rock. So I have a lot of growing up to do. You know, so I've been a boy all my life, and I didn't know it because nobody taught me how to be a man. So I'm teaching myself to be a man, and I know that I have God's help, and I have the help of the people around me if I allow it to happen, if I allow myself to be vulnerable, and if I allow myself to have intimacy. I had to go through some exercises here with the Brahs and JP that really weren't that comfortable for me, way out of my comfort zone. But to honor the people here that came to this retreat, some of them came just to see me. Some of them came for the Brahs. Some of them just randomly didn't know who the Brahs were or who Dan the Man was, but just got this thing. I need to go to this thing. Somehow they found it on the internet. I just need to go to this thing. You know, and they came. And so it's cool like that. But to honor the people here, I went through the motions of the exercises, and they were difficult, but they really helped me to open up, to communicate, to bond, to create friendships. You know, some of them lasting, like Trevor is a beautiful guy. My friend Andrew, just really like, wow, looking up to me like, wow, you're really like a guru, and you're really like inspiring me to change. And you know, he's a bodybuilder and eats meat and stuff. Now that's nothing wrong with anybody's diet, but he wants to eat more raw foods, and he looks up to me, and I needed that, you know. He needed that. I needed that. I needed someone to see all the hard work that I've done over the years. So I just want to say that I think love is the answer. I want to say that it doesn't matter how much pain and how much suffering you've gone through and how deeply buried the anger is, the resentments. I won't stop believing that we can heal. And one thing I've noticed is that it's like this. For me, I literally am going to need a miracle from the Most High God. So I'm saying I'm open and available and willing to receive a miracle, because I buried the pain and the anger and the fear so deep. For a lot of these cool people here, it was real easy to just get into their anger, to get into their fear. You know, in this experience, I buried it so deep, it's going to take a miracle so that I can be the man I want to be, so I can be the peace that passes understanding, so that I can be the unconditional love that I know that we are. And so I'm just saying, for some of you, you know that you can't do this on your own. You're going to need the holy grace. And I recommend you keep your heart open to that. You say, okay, it's Dan, you've read thousands of books. Dan, you've done all kinds of everything, this diet. And it's came to the point where now it's going to be pretty much, I know that I'm going to need help that goes beyond my own intellect. And I'm just open to that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in LA. I would really like to continue speaking because I feel warm and open and loving, but I wanted to make this video short. 15 minutes, yeah, that's pretty short for me. Anyways, bless you. Don't lose your faith. I've been doing this for 13 years, man, and I'm just starting to get to the point where I think some true healing may begin to take place. You know what I mean? So persistence and patience and faithfulness, those are qualities. They're free. They're already in you. You might as well start developing them now, because 13 years from now, you may begin to start scraping off some of the crud that's keeping the light from shining through you, and your shoulders from dropping, and your head from quieting down, and your heart from opening up. You may start to get rid of some of that darkness, the clouds of doubt, shame, and guilt, which is the underlying cause of all diseases, all illnesses, all issues. Let's get in there and get her done so that we can be free. You'll never, ever regret the spiritual work. You never look back and say, well, I should never have worked on myself. I should never have tried to become a better person. You may regret not doing that, but you'll never regret surmounting the obstacles that are holding you back from being the best you can be. Thank you so much. Bless you. Peace be with you. Ah, she loves it. She loves me.
We're having a lot of fun.
You're going to make this video longer, aren't you?
Yes. Make people sit
How did you enjoy the retreat?
I had a really good time. I feel like the work that they're doing really enables people to connect with one another really quickly. So it makes it so that you bond with other people and you get to be vulnerable in a really short amount of time. And on top of it, we're in paradise. So it's very, very fun, and I'm so glad we decided to come.
Yes, and I feel like we actually had, I mean, this really helped our relationship, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to locate some stuff that I was looking for, you know, trying to become a better man, more loving and more patient. Well, thanks, y'all.
Bye. I'll turn it off.
Thanks, babe. Peace be with you.